Oh, you see,
front line.
You're praying to the gods. I mean, it's such. Come on. First of all, you do have to like Lawrence Frank, by the way. I think he's doing a pretty good job.
No, I wish they would have. I wish they had George Irvine or something, or maybe what's his name from last year, Kuster, with a revolt, so they'd lose. Like
so you do respect Lawrence Frank's ability as a head coach.
I think Lawrence Frank's a pretty decent coach.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wish they'd hire him next year, not this year. Although, you know what? Here's the thing. The Pistons are going to get the 7th or 8th pick.
Yep.
They're going to get maybe another decent player. You know, do you think Brandon Knight? I heard today on the radio.
Really?
Oh, you got to like the Pistons' last 2 drafts. They got Monroe and Knight. Have you seen enough in Brandon Knight to think he's a future star?
I like Monroe.
He's no Kyrie Irving.
I like Monroe.
You like Monroe, but have you seen?
That's all I'm saying.
What have you seen out of Brandon Knight to make you think that this guy is? I hope he turns out to be a nice player.
Oh, the Reverend Jesse Jackson just walked in, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, he did. That's the beauty of the UDetroit Cafe. You get celebs all the time.
Do you think we get the Reverend Jesse Jackson on the air?
Rev, can I borrow you for a moment? I'd love to have you. Can I borrow the great Reverend? Oh, is he going up to do some filming?
2 minutes.
You can say hello to me.
2 minutes. We're supporting.
I'm one of your biggest. As a matter of fact, hold on. I gotta say he's one of my. First of all, let me just say, truly an honor. Truly an honor. Reverend. My name is Damon Perry, DoGgy TV, and one of my good friends, a client of mine, I've seen him with pictures of you many, many times faced that way. I got a camera, and you look better than a man should, so I got to get you on film. You know, I can't just have the Reverend looking at his back. But you actually have, with Roderick Rickman, a good friend of mine, pictures of him.
He's a great guy.
Isn't he? He's fabulous.
We're into a very tragic situation with his son, but absolutely. He's a great guy.
Yeah, I just talked to him earlier this week, and obviously with his son being murdered, I mean, just horrible situation.
Well, it's just too much violence. We've spent a lot of time the last few days in Florida with the Trayvon Martin case, but the bigger question is we've simply become too violent as a nation. You know, if it's blacks kill whites, you know, it's jail time or electric chair time. If whites kill blacks, it's revolt time. If blacks kill blacks, if whites kill whites, it's Miller time. But somehow we must not diminish anybody's life by allowing them to be killed without consequences. We must stop the killing, period.
He is the great Reverend Jesse Jackson. Let me just ask you one thing. I know you're busy and you got to go upstairs and do your thing. And I do kind of a sports show with my partner, Jeff, here. I do a lot of other things, too. But you mentioned the tragedy of... You mean Prince Phillips coming here? Prince, I'm not... Wait, Prince who? Prince who? Yeah, go ahead. Wait, Jeff, you want to ask a question about Prince Fielder? I
just want to ask, what is your favorite sports team? Your favorite sports team? I know didn't you used to be a Temple basketball guy? I grew up in football.
I grew up in a football scholarship, but basketball has become so exciting.
You a Knicks fan, or who's your squad?
Bulls.
The Bulls, come on. It's automatic.
What do you expect?
White Sox or Cubs?
I'm Darius Roseman. Well, they play on 2 different sides of town.
Well, come on. Obama takes a stand, Reverend. Obama takes a stand with the White Sox. We need you to take a stand.
I enjoy the Cubs field. You know, I really enjoy the White Sox. I enjoy both. They don't play each other but, 2 games a year, something like that. So Chicago's big.
But if it comes down to a World Series,
you're going Cubs all the way if it's in a World Series.
You got to root for the Cubs.
Probably the White Sox.
Wow, there he is. All right, he threw a curve.
My neighborhood.
A pleasure. A South Sider. What are you doing here? Just hanging out?
Well, no. We're about to do a Big Ed show on MSNBC. Now we're dealing with the Florida tragedies. We seek some relief. We think that there's such a sense of outrage around the nation that why should one guy who killed a man still be walking free and create this much fear in the nation? We must contain this because it must not evolve into something violent. It must remain nonviolent and focused and disciplined.
What do you think of athletes coming out in support by wearing hoodies? I mean, they've drawn some controversy for suddenly making statements like that, if you will.
Athletes are citizens until athletes, when they cannot just be judged by uniforms they wear uniforms, and they have even a greater obligation to help make the society better. Until the laws came down, Jackie couldn't play baseball just because of ability. The laws had to change, and so when athletes who don't involve, they are irresponsible. I think that their sense of justice and the sense of values must be shared.
You gonna come down and hang out with me and watch Prince Fielder one of these days?
I will, I promise.
Giddy up. There he is, the Reverend Jesse Jackson. All right, awesome. Pleasure for him to come down. There's a curve for you. I'm surprised he didn't hang up on you.
I'm speechless.
I'm surprised he didn't hang up on you.
You know what? I was on my best behavior.
All right, we're going to close with the Reverend Jesse Jackson and get out of here. Yeah, we got to let the red remotes set up and do their thing. We'll be back.
I was making fun at the beginning of the show saying I was on my way here listening to 97.1.
Yeah.
And they were talking about the Rick Snyder Detroit financial thing, and I said that we were going to talk about that today as a joke because it's a sports station talking about that. And we end up getting the Reverend Jesse Jackson on our program. We get all the big stars.
Yeah, we're just huge. But
Justin Spiro, Michael Bohannon, and the Reverend Jesse Jackson. Only on DoGgy TV.
I think you should reverse that order, by the way. Reverend Jesse Jackson.
No, Michael Bohannon, Justin Spiro, and
you mean Spyro?
A man who once ran for president and actually had some traction.
The Reverend Jesse Jackson. The Reverend Jeff
That's
Moss.
what it took.
Let me tell you something.
Get me speechless.
You are not speechless. That is clear. All right, we'll see you next week, DoGgy TV. Thanks to the Reverend, of course. Thanks to Jeff Moss. Thanks to Wes upstairs in the Crow's Nest. And thanks to our bartenders. Thanks for my boys, Nate Dogg and Gavino, coming down with Mommy to watch a little DoGgy TV. And thanks to Melissa Moss in the house. Oh, you respect a guy more when you meet his better half. See you later.
You respect me now?
No.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to your dog. I don't care. Get the dog out of here. Come on, is that your dog or what? Get him out. Get him out. Whose dog is this? Come on. Oh, nobody's dog. Whose dog is this? Get the dog out.